Hi everyone. Hope you are able to see my screen. Hello, please confirm. Alright guys, okay, so fine. Okay, so today's class, we're going to start a new concept. Alright, I'm just bringing a new concept to you all, which is ELK. Right? ELK integration with our Azure cloud. So this is what this is an additional concept from our end, where you can understand this particular part, and this one will be really useful for your career as well. This is one of the interesting thing in the DevOps world. Nowadays, each and every company is going for the ELK, right? So they are using the ELK than using the Azure Log Analytics Workspace. There are a few benefits in ELK. Comparatively, when we compare with Azure Log Analytics Workspace, right? We will see how exactly we can integrate our Kubernetes services with ELK, so that you will get a very good idea and you can implement the same in your company as well. Okay, let's start the recording part. All right, so for that,
this conference will now be recorded.
For that, I have just completed a Kubernetes deployment for your understanding. I believe you already know how to provision a Kubernetes cluster and all. That is the reason I already prepared with the same. This is one of the Kubernetes clusters. It's a normal cluster only. However, we provision during our previous classes. I think in the same way we have provisioned this one. There is no difference. That's fine. Additionally, now what exactly we are going to do? So we are going to do one important thing, right? We are going to deploy a service to this Kubernetes cluster, and at the same time we are going to integrate this particular Kubernetes cluster with the ELK cloud. These are all the things we are going to see, guys. We'll see that one and we'll understand, we'll learn. All right, so I provisioned step number 1, provision the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, the Kubernetes cluster being provisioned. Let's go for the diagram screen, or maybe we can see some flow, what exactly we are doing here. Okay, so that you will get a very good idea. Okay, let me open your where is that? It's 90, right? Batch 90, right? Where was that? Okay, let me open this one. I don't recall actually. I don't recall that one. Okay, maybe where is that exactly? I don't recall. 89. It's okay. Let me open the drive. Let me see. Oh. Okay, no worries. Okay, I will just draw the diagram for you in this class. Maybe you will understand something. No worries on that. Okay, guys. The first and foremost thing, this is ELK cloud. Okay, this is our ELK cloud. Okay, right. ELK stands for Elasticsearch Log Stash, along with the Kibana dashboard. Okay, along with the Kibana dashboard. You will understand slowly what exactly these things are doing. You don't need to understand each and every part of the ELK cloud, because that is separately a cloud. There are a lot of concepts inside of that. We don't need to understand everything. But what we need to understand, integration part, how we can integrate it. That is what the interesting thing which we need to understand. Okay, I'm just giving this is a ELK cloud, right? So as part of the ELK cloud, I'm just drawing one more thing, which is your AKS cluster. So this is what exactly your flow today, right? So I'm just drawing, because since these two are the different clouds, right? I'm just keeping one separator, and at the same time you should be able to integrate this ELK cloud with this Kubernetes services. This is what exactly you need to achieve. How we are going to achieve this one, this is what we need to see. First and foremost thing, you need to provision a Kubernetes services. That is what already done. Okay, we have already provisioned. And another important thing here is, as a DevOps engineer, of course you are using ELK cloud to see better visualization of your logs and aggregations, right? This is what exactly your intention to see the logs. The logs are playing a very important role in your real-time projects, guys. This is very important. I'm just connecting as a DevOps engineer. You are yourself as a DevOps engineer. I'm just taking a DevOps. You are a DevOps engineer. Okay. You are a DevOps engineer. You are here. Okay. Now you are connecting to the Kubernetes services, meaning that you need to have a virtual machine. I believe you are following me. Okay. Just take a virtual machine. Yes, I'm taking a virtual machine. This is my virtual machine which is present in the same network, so that I can connect to the virtual machine. How you can connect to a Kubernetes cluster? You can never ever connect to a private Kubernetes cluster directly. Always you need a VM to connect to your Kubernetes cluster. Base point, right? Base point. Okay, agree. All right. So now as a DevOps engineer, you will connect to the virtual machine and you will pull the credential from the Kubernetes cluster. Then only you can make a successful connection. This is what the thing I want to, this part already, you know, I will show this part very quickly. And along with that, as a DevOps engineer, you need to do one more thing. I will tell what is that. You just take a Azure DevOps build and release pipeline. By using the build and release pipeline, okay, by using build and release pipeline, please go ahead and deploy your particular Kubernetes, your particular service into the Kubernetes service, because you need to monitor the log in the ELK cloud, right? To do that, I think you need to have some sample application. Of course, we have a sample application. We will use the sample application to just connect, to just deploy to the Kubernetes service by using this particular Elastic Cloud agent. That particular agent always will push the log to the Elastic Cloud, and you can see the visualization of the log by using Kibana dashboard. Here, Elasticsearch is the database. E refers to Elasticsearch. It's a database. Okay. All your logs are sitting inside the Elasticsearch database, right? And the next one, the log stash. You know, the log stash is useful to just push your log from your Kubernetes service to Elasticsearch database. But nowadays, I think there is another concept in the Elastic Cloud that is called Elastic Agent. That agent is helping more than this particular log stash, and that particular Elastic Agent will pull the logs from the Kubernetes service and it will push to the Elastic Cloud. That is what it is doing already, right? We will see this part, don't worry. And you can see all those logs from the Elasticsearch by using your Kibana, a beautiful visualization of the logs. It's a kind of a dashboard where you can see your logs visualization and the aggregation, each and everything there. That is what exactly the thing we are going to see the scenario, guys. All right, our Kubernetes cluster is ready. I think already running. The next important thing, what exactly I need to take care here is, first and foremost thing, you have a virtual machine, right? You have a virtual machine. Please make sure your virtual machine is getting connected with the Kubernetes cluster. That is what the step number 2. Okay, I'm just taking a few steps here, maybe for your better understanding, right? For your better understanding, so that you will follow the same thing now. Okay, you will follow the same thing in your real time as well. So the first and foremost thing, provisioning AKS cluster. Provisioning AKS cluster. Okay. Provisioning AKS cluster. And the second one, once you provision the AKS cluster, connect AKS. Okay. Jump host VM. This is the second step which you need to always make sure. Okay, I'm just following the steps. Whatever is there with us, I'm just following. All right. So for that one, I think we have a jump host ready. Of course, we have a VM ready. I'm just going for the VM. This is our VM. Simple. You know already how to connect to the VM by using Visual Studio Code. So that is what exactly I will make sure. I believe we have the connection already. Okay, I'm just opening the Visual Studio Code, guys. Okay. All right. Okay, fine. I think SSH been installed already. I believe this is the same thing. I think we already connected once, if I'm not wrong. Let me try to connect to the same VM. Oh, before going for that, I think you need to start the virtual machine. You need to start the virtual machine. Can you please double check the IP address of the virtual machine? Is it the same thing is reflecting in our thing or not? 31177. Right? I believe the same thing. I believe the same thing. Let me try one more time. Let me try one more time, guys. Okay. Let me try one more time. Oh, connect to the host. Yeah, 3177. Okay, perfectly all right. You know, the first and foremost thing, just start the virtual machine, guys. Just starting the virtual machine. Okay, so your virtual machine is running. Okay, all right. So let's go there and just connect to the virtual machine, guys. Okay, I'm just trying to connect to the virtual machine. All right. So provided the password, I think it will be connected. All right. So I'm just going for the, just going further. I think just opening this part now. Okay, all right. So for okay. So for okay, I think it is trying to connect to that. Okay, perfectly all right. Okay. Now the important thing here is you need to connect your cluster. That is what our step number 2, right? Our step number 2 from the diagram here is you need to make a connection for this Kubernetes cluster to the virtual machine. That is what you need to make sure. Okay. So for that one, what exactly you need to do? You know already the technique. Okay. I'm just duplicating the screen. It's a revision part for you because you already know, guys. You already know this one. Okay. Just go there. There you can see one button called connect. Just go there. Sorry, not the VM. Go for the Kubernetes cluster. This is the Kubernetes cluster. Just open the Kubernetes cluster, right? Just go there. Just once you are getting, just click the connect button. Once you click the connect button, just copy this one, right? Just come here and just paste over there. Just set the subscription. They're perfectly all right. Okay. What is this one? I think they are doing this one recently. I think I don't see this message earlier. It's okay. Survey they are taking. That's all right. Forget about that. Just apply those 2 commands. That's more than enough, ma. You're just pulling the credentials to the VM. That's perfectly all right, you know. Now to just get a confirmation, kubectl config. All right. The config, the kubectl needs to be already installed in this virtual machine. Otherwise, this command will not work. Right. Kubectl config. Get a hyphen context. Okay. Just take this particular part, ma. Okay. All right. So you'll get Kubernetes cluster. Okay. All right. So once you're done with this particular config context, right? So once the next just close this particular part. Okay. All right. The connection is established. The next immediate thing, what exactly I'm going to do, you know, I'm going to deploy a service. Okay. Deploy a service to the Kubernetes cluster, guys. Okay. That is what the next important thing I'm just going to do. Deploy the middleware service to the Kubernetes. Okay. Deploy the middleware service to the Kubernetes. To do this one, just go there, go to your pipeline. I think you are already ready each and everything. The only missing part here is you don't have a service connection, right? So to have the service connection, just go to the project settings because you need to create a service connection. That is not there today, right? Just go for the service connection. Just take a new service connection. New service connection. I'm just taking Azure Resource Manager. That is fine. Just go for the service principal automatic. Just go for this one. It will ask you to just authenticate one more time. Just give your authentication. Cannot be right. You don't appear to have active Azure subscription, really. I don't think so. Cannot be. Just no worries. Let me reload the screen. No worries. Oh, come on. I think I paid the bill. Let's see one. Let's see one more time. Azure Resource Manager. Just go for this one, automatic. Really? Why the subscriptions are not active? It's active subscription, right? It's active, right? It's active, I believe. I'm paying the bill actually. I don't see any kind of issue. Let's see more. Let's see one more time. Maybe let me log out and log in. Not really sure what is happening here. Maybe I haven't logged out of that one. Maybe let's see one more time, guys. No worries. Alright. Sign in again. I'm just taking Azure DevOps sign in. Yeah, I think we're able to just go for the organization. Just a second. Okay. Oh, sorry, just go for the organization. Just open your project. This is your project. Just go for the project settings. Here you can see service connections. Just open the service connection, new service connection. Azure Resource Manager. Okay, just click next button, guys. Just click next, a command there. Okay. Oh, come on, what is happening with this? I don't know, something is happening here. No worries. I have an alternate, no worries. I think let me double check this case, man. Basically, I don't know why it is throwing this issue. It should be okay. Usually it should be okay. I'm not sure what is happening here. Let me double check one small thing. What is the login ID here? KRURIT@gmail.com. That's correct. KRURIT@gmail.com. That's perfectly alright. Interesting actually. Don't know what is happening. Okay, alright, let's go to the pipeline, because maybe we may have the subscription configuration already. Let me do one small thing, guys. Here, just go to the pipeline. Okay, first and foremost thing, I'm just opening one of your project. Okay, for example, right, it's AKS project, right? It's a AKS or for example, I'm just opening one of your project. I believe this is your project which we played, if I'm not wrong. Let me double check the pipeline once. With all the configuration, maybe the perfectly all right. Basket which is set up. Okay, build and push. Okay, you need to make sure a container registry also to be available in your portal account. Okay, there is a container registry, a name, I think container registry or something like that, right? Some name, right? So what I'll do is I will simply go there. Okay, maybe I'll just create one container registry, but I don't know, today I'm unable to create a service connection. That's what the interesting thing for me. I never noticed this issue. Let me open incognito window. Let me see, guys. Okay, Azure DevOps. Let me see this case now. I'm just trying to log in. Right, I'm just giving some email ID. Once you provide that particular email ID, let's see why it is not coming. I'm also not sure. It's an interesting thing for me today. Okay. ARM only, right? Usually we'll prefer ARM, right? If I'm not wrong, usually ARM. For example, Kubernetes connection, we don't need to separate one. ARM is fine. Azure Resource Manager is fine. Okay. Automatic, right? That's good. Come on, what is happening? Don't appear to have active Azure subscription details. Oh, this is very interesting for me. Cannot be, right? We have a portal account which is active one. Don't understand what is the mistake here. one directory. Just a second. 031066061066. We'll check. We just change it to some other account because I have one more tenant user. But I don't see, because I do see one of the difference here. Okay, let me double check one more thing. I don't know what happened to the service connections today. Actually, nothing is there. This is a very fresh. Oh, here it is loading. Why it was not loading in that account? Not really understand for me. Just a second. Here it's clearly loading and it is saying each and everything. But we don't have one thing. Just a second. Okay, alright, no worries. Okay. Switch to directory, default directory. This is a default directory, but I don't see. I think. Let me see one thing. This is completely a fresh one. It's a completely fresh account. No worries. Okay. Alright. Maybe let me check that issue later, guys. Okay, no worries. So for now, at least I have something, right? What I can do, I can do one thing, right? I can do one small thing. Just give me a second. What I can do here is, see, this particular organization is different completely. Okay, I don't really understand the difference between these things. Okay, what exactly happened? Because it was working there and working well, right? Okay, no worries. Okay, let me do one small thing. Okay, not here. Okay, let me do one small thing. I think we already have everything set up here, right? Let me go to the pipeline. So what exactly we need to do? I think we need to make sure the same setup, right? We need to make sure the same setup, ma. We need to make sure the same setup. No choice. I don't see any kind of technique here. Maybe we can do one thing. Let me try for that. Just a second. Let me try for that, because even when we are trying for this particular container registry also, I don't think so this one will really work. For example, let me try directly here, container registry. You don't have to be any active Azure subscription. Usually we'll use the same, right? Yes, we will use the same, right? I believe so. We'll use the same one only. Why today it is showing like this? Okay. Just a second, huh? Just a second now. As a guest in the target AAT, okay, are you right yet? Really? Come on, we missed something here. Oh, it's okay. Just go to the active directory. Just want to check one thing. No, I haven't changed anything. but some changes happened to this Azure portal seems to be. That is the only thing I'm noticing, because we haven't changed anything, you know. What are the users here? Oh, RKRVRIT is a guest here. We already switching with the same thing, you know. Okay. Don't status, everything is okay. Okay, alright, man, no worries. Okay, no worries, no worries. Let me do one small thing, no worries, okay. Okay, alright, so I can do one other thing, okay. I can directly deploy something into the Kubernetes cluster and I can manage also. I no need to have this pipeline set up and all. Let me do one small thing, okay. Because since the application is already we have seen, that is the reason I'm just trying for the same. No worries, okay. Let me do one small thing, okay. AKS app deployment example. With a simple example, I'm just taking one simple example, okay. For example, any example, just consider one example. Deploy not really required examples, right? For example, I'm just taking one of the examples, maybe from the Medium site. We'll see if they have one site that is more than enough website, so some Git code or something. It's and all not really required for us because we're already there. This is cluster provisioning and all. This is a connection, okay. I think let's see, come on. No worries, okay. Debug your application bridge to Kubernetes, okay. Simple, no worries, okay. I'm just taking simple application from the internet. That is what I'm looking for. Just give me a few seconds. I can find a project and we'll deploy that. Say what will cover these things and all not really required to be covered, to be frank, okay. Not really required. Just a second. But if you have, that is fine, more than enough, not an issue for us. Just a second. If they have the code, yeah, I think they have something, okay. Maybe we'll see whether this particular code will work directly or not. If this works, I think we will use the same. That's all, okay. Okay, so something, I think they have something. All right. Okay. So let me double check the code one more time because do we need to authenticate anything? I don't think so. Just double checking because we are pulling a pre-built image from Docker Hub. Feel free to use your own image. That's okay. All right. Okay, all right. I'm just going to the virtual machine, guys. Okay, virtual machine. The first and foremost thing, I'm just creating one particular deployment YAML. Okay, deployment.yaml. Okay, I'm just pasting the code whatever is there from the internet. I'm just WQ exclamation. Before doing that, I will give a quick explanation on this particular part. What exactly the thing we just pasted here. Just let me save this one. Okay, all right. Let me open the same from here so that you will get a very good idea. What is this one? Deployment.yaml, right? Yeah, deployment.yaml. Okay, just come here, guys. Okay, this is a simple deployment, 3 replicas. You already know all this part and all, and you are trying to deploy an image from calculator_API from the Docker Hub. I think this is exactly his repository name. That's okay. We'll see. We will authenticate that because it's a public, should be a public one. That is the reason he placed. It's okay. And there is another one. Okay, I think he's doing 2 deployments. One, this is one deployment. There is another deployment which is a website deployment. I think there he's using another image and another service. It's okay, all right. I think he's trying to do 2 different types of deployments. 2 applications are there. One is API and another one is web, because 2 deployments. Okay, definitely here replicas are 3. They are saying for one thing. Another one also they are saying 3. And they define these particular resources as well. To be frank, these particular resources and all limits and all not really required for us. I'm just taking those things out now, okay, because we are not really using such a kind of a capacities and all. I'm just taking resources out, okay, resource limits out. So once you are done with this particular part, just come here, kubectl. You just come here and just apply now. Okay, since the pipelines are not favoring us today, that's why I'm just using this approach now. Okay, kubectl apply -f and you just come here as part of this particular thing. Just give this particular thing now. That's all. Okay, if you want to deploy this one to a specific namespace and you think you can comfortably, you can go there and provide. Not required, you just deploy in the default one. Okay, something being created, something happened. Okay, all right, no, never mind. Okay, just come here, my kubectl get PO, for example, get PO. So what exactly the things are there? Okay, few things are there where they are in the phase of the container creating. Let's see this particular part now. Okay, keep ctl get po. Sorry, I'm just keeping those things under watch mode, and we'll see how exactly these things are performing. For example, if this particular stage is not getting through, maybe I will increase the node capacity, and we will see this implementation part. We'll wait for a few seconds. No worries, guys. I think anyway you already know the DevOps part, okay? No worries that today it doesn't work, also not an issue, because we already covered that part. Maybe anyway I will double check the issue why it was not working for my ID. Not very sure, because we have done a lot of projects with the same ID. That's what exactly creating surprise for me. Okay, all right. So each and every pod, whatever the pods are here, everything came to running state. Okay, that is perfectly all right, ma. This is all right. Okay, fine. So deployment is happened. Okay, deployment is happened. Okay, I'm just going there one more time. For your confidence level, I'm just double checking. Okay, total 6 pods are running. Sorry, two applications with three replicas. That is what the thing exactly here. But doesn't matter what is there inside. Not really required. Okay. Now the next case is here. Okay. Now my intention here is, okay, once the deployment is done, simply I will go to the Google browser, and simply I'll go there, and I will do one thing: Elastic Cloud login or something like that. Okay. Elastic Cloud login. Okay, something I'm trying to log into the Elastic Cloud. Just go to the Elastic Cloud login. I don't have an account. Firstly, I will create an account in front of you so that you will also get a very good idea. Okay, I'm just trying to create. Okay, I'm just trying to create a new account with this one. Maybe I'll just log in with one of our email ID so that we can go for this one. Okay, I think it is already taking the default one. Okay, let me do one small thing. Let me open the same in a incognito window, guys. Okay, incognito window. Okay, Elastic Cloud login. Okay. Elastic Cloud login. I'm just going here, just open the Elastic Cloud console. Okay, just come here, just open the Google. Okay, automatically it will ask you to fresh login. I'm just going here, rkrvrit@gmail.com. Okay, I'm just giving this particular login. Just go for the next, and the password, and just give the password out there, and just go for this one. Simply I'm just trying to create an account. That is what my intention here. Okay, I'm trying to create an Elastic Cloud account. Okay, that is what I'm trying. See, it is asking. Okay, fine, the company and all, if you are interested, just provide, otherwise not really required, otherwise RVRIT. Okay, something like that. Okay, then followed by it doesn't matter what are the fields you are selecting here. No need to worry. I'm just giving everything as a simple thing and not really required. Just it is just it is trying to know information about you, that and all you wish to provide now. Just go for the next. I think everything is all right. Just it is asking create your first deployment. So it is the thing. Now it is asking where exactly your deployment is sitting. Okay, so create your first deployment. A deployment include Elasticsearch, Kibana, and other Elasticsearch features, allowing you to store, search, analyze your data. Okay, so now, okay, I'm just giving here. Okay, elk Azure or deployment or something like that. Okay, or something like that, whatever it is. Okay, so once you are here, okay, I'm just trying to select a cloud, right? I'm just trying to select a cloud. I'm just since we are dealing with the Azure, I'm just selecting Azure, and we need this, but this is not about your Azure cloud. This is about where exactly you want to host your Elastic Cloud. Now for example, I'm just going here Southeast Asia, right? I'm just going for example Southeast Asia, and storage optimized is always the best one, where you can get some cheaper rate. Remember this one, and whatever the things are there, I'm just selecting as usual. Okay, so this is what I'm just trying to create a deployment. Just create a deployment for this one. You can get some 15 days of trial version, and you can use that particular version for some time. 15 days now, you can use that one. That is more than enough for you to have a practice. Okay, no worries on that. So just go there and just try to see. I think it is trying to create. So the more important thing here is what are the credentials. It is just telling you on the screen. Please download that one. Don't miss it. Okay, just download the credentials. You don't need to worry about this one. I think this particular deployment will happen for 5 minutes. Just wait for 5 minutes. By the time it will be okay. Okay, all right, guys. Okay, just we'll wait for this particular thing to be provisioned. So then only we can continue on the session. We will see that one. Okay, we will wait for this one. If you have any questions, meanwhile, maybe you can ask. Hey Arvind, okay, so Terragrant topic completed, of course Arvind, okay. I have showed you that recurrent framework for one component, right? Just try go there and take one more component and try to provision from by using the same pipeline. Hope you already got the pipeline from the institute, right? Use the same pipeline, take one more component and provision it. Then you will understand. If you are getting stuck or unable to sort it out, then we'll connect again, not an issue. Okay. Okay, alright guys. So the deployment is ready. I'm just clicking on the continue button. Just click on the continue button, guys. Okay. So once you click on continue, okay. So then you will be navigated to the completely the Elastic Cloud. This is Elastic Cloud, okay. So once you are here, okay, there you can see a 3 dot symbol at the left side. There you can see a deployment. So this is what the deployment you created in the Elastic Cloud, okay. You created in the Elastic Cloud. So these are all the endpoints which you can refer. I think these things are really required. We may require these things after a few minutes, okay. We'll come here, okay. And by the way, the first and foremost thing what exactly you need to do here is, guys, okay, once you are here so far, the important thing here is just open this is your deployment now. This is your deployment. Please make sure this particular deployment is active only for 15 days, okay. 15 days. Just click the 3 dot symbol at the left side, right? You can see each and everything over there, okay. The analytics section, enterprise search, observability, security, management. Now go for the management. There you can see few integrations. Click the integration, okay. Remember one thing, guys, in Elastic Cloud they are very smart, okay. They have already provided few techniques to integrate with your components directly. It's not a raw approach where you need to go there and go by step by step and go for the deployment of each and every step. It's not like that. Today the almost Elastic Cloud is very smart and simply they have ready-made something for you. For example, I'm just coming here, see, in AWS they are almost covering 31 components, 31 services. In Azure they are covering 25 services. So meaning that the point is, if you can use this particular direct integration to integrate with your cloud. For example, if you don't find your component here in the list, for example, I don't find a component called some friend door. I don't see the friend door component here, right? So I'm just searching maybe in front of you, right? There is no friend door. So you need to find a way to integrate the friend door with the Elastic Cloud. So this is what the technique you may need to understand now. So first and foremost thing, so since we are here, okay, so we are very much interested in Kubernetes because all our applications are inside Kubernetes, right? So if you able to integrate the Kubernetes with the Elastic Cloud, that is more than enough, right? You just come here, there you can see Kubernetes section, right? Somewhere you can see Kubernetes. Just click the Kubernetes one. Now you are seeing some history of Kubernetes and Kubernetes security posture management or something, Prometheus integration. Now interestingly, just go there and select the Kubernetes, okay. This is what the thing I'm talking about now. Just come here. Once you are in the Kubernetes section, there this particular technique, this integration technique, what exactly it will do, it will deploy an Elastic agent from Elastic Cloud to Kubernetes. Again repeating, this approach will deploy Elastic agent to the Kubernetes, okay. Now so earlier approach was in Elastic Cloud, the earlier approach was you need to deploy a file beat and metric beat into the Kubernetes cluster. The file beat and metric beat will pull the information and it will pass to the Logstash, and Logstash will pass that information to the Elasticsearch. This was the process actually, okay. Now the technique is like, simply you can use this technique where this Elastic agent consists of both. It consists of both file beat and metric beat. You will understand. I will show the file beat also separately. Then you will get a very good idea. Just click Add Kubernetes. Once you come to the Add Kubernetes, okay, I'm just coming here. Integration name. I'm just calling this particular integration name as Azure AKS or something like that. Your favorite name. Okay, just giving that input. And if you see this one, collect Kubernetes metrics from Kubernetes API, Kubernetes metrics, these are all the default enable things. Remember one thing, if you enable all, you will get complete information about your Kubernetes cluster. But my recommendation is, in real time, don't enable all. You go step by step. For example, today I may need only require container logs. I don't require any other. For example, just disable, and disable this, and fine. This is what exactly your situation. Container logs. Only all your containers, whatever is running in the Kubernetes, only those logs only will be pulled and passed to the Elastic Cloud. Will be pulled and passed. For example, what exactly I'm trying to tell here is, maybe I don't know whether you are getting the point or not. Let me show the case in the diagram. So now Elastic Cloud will deploy an Elastic agent into the AKS. That Elastic agent, it will push the only container log if you enable container. If you enable metric also, it will push metric log as well. That is the difference, man. That's the only thing I'm trying to highlight for you. Okay. For example, no, you need the metrics as well. For example, okay, metrics from the Kubernetes API, Kubernetes metrics, the kubestate metrics, Kubernetes metrics from the API server, Kubernetes metrics, the Kubernetes proxy. A few more things not really required, but if you are really interested to get each and every log about the Kubernetes, just enable all. Okay, just enable. My recommendation is start with the container logs and just go for the metrics logs. That's what my recommendation. Okay. Right. So once you are done, you just enable something. Okay, fine. So then finally, where to add this integration? Okay, fine. So now your point is, okay, you want to collect your system logs and metrics also, that only based upon your checkbox. Okay, if that's under your interest. For example, I'm just going further a bit, save and continue. Okay, now you can see one interesting screen here where you need to use that particular screen to just deploy your Elastic agent. It will show you just 2-3 steps. You need to go through those 2-3 steps and to deploy your Elastic agent into your Kubernetes cluster. That's what the thing you need to do. See, add Elastic agent later, add Elastic agent to your host. Yes, I want to add right now. Just click this one. See, the moment when you click this one, it is showing few techniques here. Enroll in fleet or run as a standalone. Okay, fine. Again, see, now you are seeing, okay, for example, if you come here, run as standalone, for example, see, run as Elastic agent standalone to configure and update agent manually on the host where the agent is installed. For example, whatever the things you are seeing here, right? So this particular thing, right, whatever the AML you are seeing, this particular thing you need to modify. Okay, you need to modify and you need to take care of this particular infra as well when you are deploying, because these things you need to pass it. No, you need to pass it. That is what you need to make sure when you are going with the run standalone. For example, if I'm going with the enroll in fleet, for example, right, it's automatically deploy updates and centrally manage your agent. This is the automatic process. This is the easy process as well. I'm just going for there is an enrollment token. They select the enrollment token. Okay, this is already there. Just keep this one. No worries on that. Just forget about it. Go for the second step. Install Elastic agent on your host. Here you are seeing few types here. There Kubernetes is there. Now the point is just copy the clipboard or download manifest. That and all you wish, whatever the thing you are interested. I'm just copying the whatever the AML is presented here. I just copied. Okay, I just copied. And finally they are saying just apply. Now it is seeing. It is just looking for whether you really applied this one or not. The moment when you apply this one will say, I'm listening to your Kubernetes. That is what the thing will happen now. Okay, now let's go and implement the same. I'm just going into the Visual Studio Code. Okay, I'm just going for via elastic -agent, right, .aml. I'm just opening one particular AML, and whatever the AML I just copied, I just pasted over there. Simple. I'm not doing anything extra. Very simple thing. WQ exclamation. Just do this one. Once you are done with this thing, the next important step what they are doing, kubectl apply -f. Just take that particular elastic, just apply that one. Simple. That's it. I have not done anything. Very simple. Now once this is done, now you go to the Elastic Cloud. Now you can see this particular agent enrollment. It will listen properly, so that comfortably your cluster and the ELK integration should be okay. So that is what the thing it will do. And the final step is it will confirm the data is coming really clustered to the Elastic Cloud or not. That is the next one. I think should be okay. Just wait for a few seconds. If it is not coming up, means something is issue in the cluster. in your Kubernetes cluster, not with Elastic Cloud. Okay, let's go there and verify your particular. See, one agent has been enrolled. Remember one thing, how many virtual machines you have, that many number of agents will be installed. For example, I have only one virtual machine, kubectl get nodes now. For example, see how I have only one thing. To know whether it is really been installed or not, kubectl get po-a. For example, I'm just listing everything. If you notice one important thing, guys, under the kube-system namespace, under the kube, there is an Elastic agent being installed. For example, just go there and check the log, kubectl logs, select your Elastic agent. You can check that one whether the logs are pushing or not. -n, but it is not the default namespace, right? You need to specify the namespace as well. Just check the log. Yeah. So the point here is you are not seeing any kind of error. I think should be okay. Should be okay. Your logs are going through. I can just -f, okay, something like that. So your logs are going through. There is no issue at all. That is what the confirmation we got. So perfectly all right. Elastic agent being installed in the Kubernetes cluster. Now the beautiful thing is once this particular thing is done, you just go there. It is confirming data is coming. The perfectly all right. Perfectly all right. Next, analyze your data by using integration account dashboards and all. Fine. So I'm just going there and just checking the views. See, these are all the different types of dashboards which you can see. Any cron jobs are there, any volumes are there, any parts are there, each and everything. I'm just opening the parts, simple. I'm just going for the parts. Okay, you can go there and you can check how many parts are actually running your Kubernetes cluster, but you need to wait for the data to be displayed here. Data to be displayed here. That is what the thing. If it is showing no results found for you, for example, right? For example, no results found, just you need to wait for some time. Okay, the reason is you already filtered with the last 15 minutes. Just now you started, right? Just now you started, so you need to wait for some time. You need to wait for some time, then only you can see these particular logs and all. Okay, that is the pods and all. This is exactly the pod dashboard where how many parts are there, those things and all. For example, see under the default you are seeing these many pods and all. I'm just selecting one of the pod here, and that particular, and particularly if you want to go inside of each and every dashboard, you can go there and you can check now. That's right. So CPU utilization, how exactly each and everything. Now I am not interested in this area. You always needs to be interested. Just go here. Very important thing, under the analytics, there you can see discover. Please click the discover. This is the screen exactly your Kibana dashboard. Okay, this is what your Kibana dashboard, and you can search. You can search. All these logs are coming from the Elasticsearch from the database. See, all the logs are already there. Logs are already there. For example, if you want to filter with your pod log, for example, just type pod. You can see that particular update pod name. Okay, what are all the names? For example, equals. See, these are all the log pods are there. I'm just selecting one of three pods are there, right? I'm just selecting one of the pod. Okay, right. So once you select that particular pod, just refresh that particular thing. Select this one. Then all specific to that particular pod information will be displayed here. Okay, I think you are searching for the last 15 minutes. The data is not there. The data is not there at now. So that is what the interesting information where you can see and you can confirm that one. For example, maybe I think you need to wait for some time to see the exact data. That is the only thing. That is the only thing you need to make sure. Okay, that is the only thing you need to make sure. Okay, let us wait for some time. Then we will see, Then we will see. Okay, that is what the thing. Okay, all right. So now my point is, for example, okay, there is this pod name is API something, right? API or something. You just search with the API in the Elasticsearch, you can see a lot of information. This is what exactly the information, and you can see two types of index here. One is logs, another one is metrics. You can go there and check the logs. I think you can see whatever the logs are coming. You can check. This is the log exactly is coming. This is coming from the metric bit. For example, it'll do the metric information. Okay, metric. And for example, I'm just going there for the important thing. Always you need to think here message. This is the important thing, This is the important thing. Okay, this is what exactly you need to always check through. Okay, this is the message exactly. Even developer writing some log means that particular log will be displayed under this section. Remember this one, remember this one. Okay, that is what exactly the thing I'm trying to highlight here. Okay, this particular data set is Elastic Agent data set. This is what exactly you can see all kind of information, each and every metadata of this particular log you can check here. Okay, everything will be here. Okay, all right guys, okay, that is all about the first and foremost thing. I just want to show you the case. Okay, tomorrow I will show you the few more use cases, especially by using the ELK and the Kubernetes integration. Then you will get a very good idea. Okay, that is all for today guys. If you have any questions, maybe you can ask. If no, we can drop off. All right guys, thank you very much. See you all tomorrow. Bye bye.